All right, here it is, the day you've all been waiting for. Maybe not you guys, but I sure have. I have some new wheels and tires to mount on the Raptor. So I'll give you a little before shot. These are the factory 17-inch 315/7017 BFG all-terrain TA KO2s. I've got about 2,000 miles on the truck. Great tire. I like the wheels, but just like to have a couple sets, switch them out here and there. So I got the other ones mounted and balanced, picked them up yesterday. Here they are. The wheel is made by Weld. It is 18 by 9, so 1 inch bigger diameter than factory and half-inch wider, 18 by 9. And the tire size I went with, I did change a little bit. It's a 305/7018, so nominally slightly narrower than the factory ones, but they really don't measure out to be any narrower now that I've got them here with a tape measure. And they're actually a little bit taller. They're right around a true 35-inch, where the factory BFGs are about 34.5. So pretty excited. Overall, like I say, they won't really be much different, maybe just ever so slightly taller, which I'm all right with. So good look at them. I will get the vehicles switched around here and get going. Okay, got things moved around here. Again, give you the little bit of a before shot. Sorry for the sun there. And I did some measuring, wheel arch heights, and also got some measurements off of the factory wheel and tire as far as weight, height, and width unloaded. So with the wheel and tire off the vehicle, to give you an idea of what the change was from stock to my upgrade. So I'll put those that info up on the screen here now so you can see the stock measurements. Alright, I've got the rear two on here, still up on the jack, but you can get an idea what it's starting to look like. And I wanted to pause here quick before I move things around, show you a couple other things, some measurements. If you're interested in the lug nuts I've got, the factory lug nuts rarely work with aftermarket wheels. They typically need a much smaller lug nut, not smaller in terms of thread or anything like that, smaller in terms of the outside socket mating surface to fit in the holes of aftermarket wheels. So these Gorilla black splined lug nuts are what I got. So you can see those versus those. Same thread size, like I say, and all that stuff, tapered head, but the factory ones do not fit in the holes for the aftermarket ones. So then also got a couple set up here for a little comparison. The overall width is almost identical, even though it's a 305. The Thompson Baja Legend EXP is the new one I've got in a 305/7018, and the factory BFG all-terrain TAKO2s in 315 7017. So nominally this one should be a little narrower, but as you can see, the overall width is basically identical. The height, like I said, tough to see here in the video, but it is about 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch taller tire with that 305 7017. So last thing we're going to do here is compare the weight. So I'll throw the factory one on the scale here. .2 93.2 on the factory wheel and tire, and then I will throw one of the new ones on there and get a comparison. All right, the aftermarket set getting on the scale, 97.5, so they are about 4 pounds heavier per wheel and tire than the factory setup, which is about what I was hoping for, less than 100 pounds, so it'll be pretty close. All right, I'll get it dropped down. I'm going to turn it around, bring it in front first, and we'll get the other two put on. All right, got all the wheels and tires swapped. Pretty happy with how they turned out. They do look, I think, a little bit bigger than stock, which they are a tad. So you can see down the side there a little bit. I'll give you a shot from the back end. Still covered by the mud flaps. And I'll go over the specs again. The wheels are 18/9 with a positive 18mm offset, so that right there versus the factory positive 34 is a little over 1/2 inch farther outward. So they stick out a little bit more. I wanted to keep them close to stock. That was about as good as I could do. So keeps them behind the mud flaps, like I said. So the wheel 18/9, positive 18mm offset, and the tires a Mickey Thompson Baja Legend EXP in 305 7018. So that's a wrap. They look awesome. I'm excited to get out and test them out. I'll certainly do another review on the wheels and tires once I put a few miles on them. I guess my best guess is they will be a little bit noisier than stock, just based on the bigger lugs and bigger spacing between the lugs on the tire treads. So anyway, give you a final look out here in the sun. They look great. Let me know what you think in the comments. And thanks for watching.